Hey guys, what's going on? Excuse me for this video being a little later than usual. My actual eye appointment actually went a little, let's just say it went a little later than expected, but nonetheless, I'm very excited. Got my contacts. I'm actually able to see for the first time in a long time, and I'm very happy and grateful. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Unfortunately, I'm not going to drop another one after this because, well, I'm going to have to rest. So hopefully you enjoyed this video nonetheless. I appreciate you guys though, all right? You already know what to do with the like button. If you're new here, go ahead, hit that subscribe. We about to go ahead and talk about this whole situation. As you can clearly see by the title, you know, the situation has pretty much been laid out there for you guys. Even though I broke this down prior to this big announcement, etc., from AMD. And it's not even a big announcement. I mean, common sense and, you know, process of elimination should pretty much tell you that the PS5 already had this to begin with. But of course, the trolls, the RDNA 1.5 trolls, the dudes who out here putting these 14-page articles in everybody's comment section, acting like they know what they're talking about when they don't know what they're talking about. Half these dudes can't even put a PC together, but yet they want to act like they know what's in the PlayStation 5. It's like, it's really annoying. It really is. But anyway, here we go, man. Let's go ahead and break this down. Why are we here? And of course, I'm going to go a little bit even more in depth of what I was talking about leading to this very announcement. All right, sound good? So let's put the tweet on screen here. Courtesy of AMD, ladies and gentlemen, we're proud that our groundbreaking RDNA 2 and Zen architecture helped enable incredible next-gen PS5 experiences like Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. Hashtag Ratchet PS5. Shout out to Brittany Messina for the heads up for this. I appreciate you. Thank you. Now, let's go ahead and talk about PlayStation 5 and what is in the box and what it's capable of. Remember how I've been saying for the longest time, PlayStation 5 uses a custom RDNA 2 based architecture, and Xbox Series X uses the full-fledged RDNA, 2. Now, the biggest thing that everybody's been talking about for the PlayStation 5 versus the Xbox Series X is the fact that Xbox Series X uses, if I remember correctly, it has variable rate shading and machine learning, etc., right? That's been the biggest argument. That's like, oh yeah, Xbox Series X can do this, PS5 doesn't do this. Okay. Well, here's the thing. A lot of you guys are missing what Mark Cerny was doing with PlayStation 5, and this goes back to the geometry engine that was introduced to us at the deep dive. At the deep dive for the PlayStation 5, the geometry engine has a lot more features than what originally was led on by Mark Cerny, and this is already patented by Mark Cerny, and we talked about it in this video right here. Basically, to make a long story short, Mark Cerny made his own variant of variable rate shading and mesh shading for the PlayStation 5 and incorporated all of these techniques and these features into his brand new geometry engine for the PlayStation 5. Obviously, file sizes and all that stuff he talked about with cracking decompression, the whole 9 yards. So basically, all this stuff was already broke down for you guys. It's a lot of people didn't want to pay attention to what I was saying. It goes right back there. Again, this is nothing new to me whatsoever. I already knew we were going to come back to this. But why did they go with a custom format versus the full-fledged details? Well, it makes sense. Look at how games are being developed for PlayStation 5 versus Xbox Series X. Is Microsoft, like, listen, is Sony going for 4K? First of all, let's just go ahead and put this out here. Is Sony going for crazy 4K resolutions? The answer is no. Yes, they're giving you the 4K option with fidelity mode, right? With 30 FPS. If you want that type of situation, they're giving you that option, but they're not really primarily focused on that type of stuff. Sony's looking for the perfect blend, and this is why I said welcome to the post 4K era. Sony's looking for that perfect line not to necessarily cross for the PlayStation 5, where they can give you 60 and give you an insane picture presentation for the actual system. Hence why when you look at the Unreal Engine demo, when they said, it was 1440p, we were all blown away by that, right? It was running at 30 FPS, and the funny thing is, they could have made it 60 at any time they wanted and made it even more fluid, but that game looked absolutely, that demo looks fantastic. You cut to when the system drops. You got Demon Souls looking absolutely amazing, and then you got Miles Morales. And then, of course, a few weeks later, Miles Morales gets what I believe is going to be the future for all their games at this point. They got the performance ray tracing mode. Performance ray tracing mode is pretty much the sweet spot mode that I've been talking about, that they're more likely going to go for their games, where you get the perfect picture. you get the 60 FPS, and you get the ray tracing. Granted, the ray tracing is turned down, right? It's not over the top, but you do still get that as an option. You still get the best of all three. You know what I mean? You get the best balance, so to speak, of the whole situation. That's what they're going for. I was actually playing, you know, it's funny because we were streaming Ratchet and Clank for you guys, right? I was streaming Ratchet and Clank, and you guys saw me, you know, switch from fidelity mode, and you guys saw me switch to performance ray tracing. Fidelity mode looks good in the visual aspect, right? You know, game looks good. You know, you got the, you know, the higher clocked, you know, you have everything on a higher setting when it comes to ray tracing, but that's about it. The game just runs more like a slideshow at 30 FPS. It's not really a good experience. Performance ray tracing, it was like night and day for you guys. You not only did you not see the motion blur, there was no motion blur. It was a seamless transition when you move the camera. You got a beautiful visual with great, you know, lighting, textures, etc., and you got the ray tracing with the reflections, especially in Clank, as you guys can see on the gameplay in front of you. You're getting the best of both worlds. And this is why I've been saying before that DLSS is going to play a factor in PlayStation 5, even in that video as well. And of course, not too long ago, what happened, people? We came right back to this conversation, and I was right again when they were talking about Fidelity FX, super resolution, that's going to be available to PS5 and Xbox Series X, courtesy of AMD. This is going to improve performance even more for next-gen consoles, and really, we don't really need an Xbox Series E or a PS5 Pro. We don't need it. I mean, granted, they want to drop them. They can drop them, more likely, but do we need them? Absolutely not. The only thing I see Sony really dropping for PS5, and the same thing can be said about Xbox Series X, the only thing I can see dropping for these systems down the road are just refined versions where they can, you know, get the cost down, you know, find a way to probably make them slimmer, obviously the slim models, right? But that's really it. They don't need pro models whatsoever. These systems are future-proof, and this is what I've been saying for the longest time, okay? So, yeah, I mean, there's not much else I really need to say in this particular case. And for those of you that still want, you know, that need more context to this, I'll tell you what. I actually interviewed a former PlayStation developer. He confirmed every single thing I said. It was a great conversation. Shout out to Chris Grinnell. We had a great breakdown conversation of the whole situation. It was great. And it was cool hearing it from a developer's perspective and hearing his thoughts, you know, on the whole situation, and, you know, just seeing how on point I was from this, you know, from the beginning here. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. That's the video. It's definitely a good time to be a PlayStation gamer. It's a good time to be a gamer in general. There's a lot of stuff to look out for. You know, Sony's got games on the horizon we've been talking about for the longest time, you know, everything. So, you know, let me know what you guys think about all this in the comment section below. But that's pretty much it, man. Pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I do appreciate you guys for watching. I'm going to go ahead and sign on out of here, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Until next time, it's your boy Ryan, a.k.a. Big Cloud Gaming. You guys already know the vibes. You guys be good. I'm out of here, all right? Deuces.